of the National Football League. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's our visitors and our home team. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His team got in the win column last week following a couple of losses to start the year. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His team back after the International Series game a week ago, so we'll see how fresh their legs really are. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Should be a fun one. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Nothing real fancy when you look back on last week's game, Mike. I mean, he had the 2 touchdown passes, of course, the 1 interception he'd love to have back. But for the most part, I thought he was really efficient. I thought he did a nice job operating the system. And there's actually some more plays that he left out there. So I think he can build off a lot of that, try to improve in this one today.
He'll look to throw. The throw here is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. And that will be a first down. Let's go. Here's a first carry for their running back. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Ready. 4 yards on the pickup. Second down. Here we go. Ready.
They'll look to throw. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And they pick it up. He's to the 42-yard line, and the drive continues. First down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 3.
At the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. He's got it inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Paris. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
The extra point is good, and the Mounties will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
I love watching a player of any position come back after a bad game. I think it really just speaks to their mental toughness and their ability to grind, because the reality is, if you can only play well when things are going your way, you're not going to play very long in the NFL. So I am very interested to see, Mike, what sort of approach does this guy come into today's game with, saying, last week is over, I'm going to remain aggressive, I'm going to put my team on my back and go out there and do whatever I have to do to get a win.
He'll drop to throw. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. That's enough for a first down.
Watch the running back's patience here, Mike. He's slow, and then he hits it. That's the key here. If he goes too fast, their linemen aren't ready yet. Really well executed. Great run.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 41, here's second down and 6.
19 Tiger, 19.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one is caught with momentum. That'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Could not get himself turned upfield. It is 3rd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. And that will be a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. Ready? Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. No chance at all. He'll go down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Come on. Hey.
Got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Mounties offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Now, faking the give. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They've got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Let's go. Ready?
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
First down.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And a Paris first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after one, it's a close game early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They work just shy of midfield on 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
They motion a receiver right. They'll throw out of the gun. He's going to take a shot down the field. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Check. Pat the 60. Pat the 60. Ready?
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Ready?
They'll begin here on the ground. And they're going to get him down right at the 25. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
Let's go.
He's going to let this one go deep. That is brought in. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. They get big yardage on the deep ball. It covers 51 yards.
And they decide to bring pressure here on 3rd down, but he does a really nice job. Remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
That's caught right side. It's Franklin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Here comes 2nd and 4.
At the 13-yard line.
Ready? 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready?
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be...
The pressure will get to him. He goes down. There is a flag down in the backfield, usually the spot that tells us hold. So, 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Nighthawks are back within 1. It's 7-6.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Mounties offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule, the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? Do you pooch it? Do you kick it out the back of the end zone? And I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you have the ball.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Well, as they face this possible 3 and out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down. Here's Brad Robbins now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And this one doesn't do a whole lot. It's out of bounds, short of midfield.
At the 46-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
That one good for 26 yards.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Ready, break.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Back to the air once more on second down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Ready? Get it!
Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Mounties offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Man in motion, heading right. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
What a first half for this pass rush, huh, Mike? I mean, they have just completely dominated this game. They are in complete control, and you have to imagine this offensive line, there's got to be some adjustments up front. They just cannot allow their quarterback to continue to do.
Oh, this pass rush dials in right now. They get him again. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Hold the check. Let's go now.
Throwing right, it's taken in. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
On comes the punter now, as he is on to kick it away.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. To the right side here, pass is caught. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
On the go.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Ready? Go.
He'll look to throw. The throw here is complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard's very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Come on, come on. Hey. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment? It's not so close the next time.
And his defense will use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Nighthawks going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This will be returned from the 6. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Mounties offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
19
Back to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stops the clock as well. Throwing now from the gun. That's caught. It's Braylon Allen. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll come up here first and 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Back to the air one more time. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
You can just see the frustration of the defender. Did you see him get off the quarterback? He's like, man, hold that ball for 1 tick longer, man. I'm there to record the sack. Nice job by the quarterback having that timing and rhythm to get that ball out of his hand. And you can imagine, he got close this time. That defender, he's going to keep coming, and don't be surprised if he eventually gets to him. I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Get it. 18 Cardinal, 18. Ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. Going up top. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg.
They'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready, break.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 29-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the sideline. Nice job. They pull that one in, but that is still well short of a first down. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Hawk 70, Hawk.
He'll drop to throw. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
Let's go now.
Now, faking the give. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
That's another
25 yards, the pickup there. That's enough for a first down.
at the 28-yard line.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And this takes it into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And the strength on display, rattling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
This has been some kind of march downfield now, and they pay it off with 6. It's 1st and goal. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete. Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal.
Ready?
Now a give up the middle, and nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all. They'll use 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and goal. Now off the bootleg. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Mounties are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
70 Timberwolves.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
That is on the 2-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8.
Pass the 60.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's 3rd and 7.
19 Charger. Score.
On the handoff, it is Allen. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
First down,
Lions. Ready.
Now a give on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll get this out wide. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. It's going to be third. They need one.
And it's third down.
Come on.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. And they convert on third down.
Actually, a really nice play there defensively, Mike. And initially, I thought that penetration was going to bring him down in the backfield and bring up fourth down. But somehow, nice job by the back, angling his way forward. I think he's going to get this first down by about the length of the football.
And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
At the 42-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
They'll run on first down, and here's Allen. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
12 more yards.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We're going to put a man in motion to the right. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
They need one right now. Third and long. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on third down. Here's first and 10.
At the 29-yard line.
Ready? Let's go.
Here comes the jet sweep. And that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
And it brings up third down.
Throwing now on third and long. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line. And it's fourth down.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Nighthawks offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10.
go. Here we go. 60 by 6. Ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Look wide. Get this one complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 6.
That's no bad. Here we go. Shot.
Here's a toss as they look to run. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
Come on. Ready.
Up the middle they go. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain there of 11. And that will be a first down.
First and 10 at the 47.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
So, a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He was brought down on his 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On the jump.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down.
Throw
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Ready? Let's go now. Let's go.
There's that man again. Another catch. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 5. Handoff here, up the middle, with good blocking leading the way. He's got the first down inside the 25. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside.
Ready. Tap. Ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
What will they do on this play? 3rd down, needing 8.
Liking 18.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this.
Ready?
Big play in the game right here. It's third down.
Down. Ready, up.
They'll keep it on the ground.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
So now, a big spot coming here. This to grab a late lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So, after the field goal to take the lead, kicker is back out there to send this one away. This returnable from the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Mounties offense getting set to get back to work. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
They'll stick to the ground. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
And what a stop by this defense. They know the opposing offense has to go for it right now. There's not enough time for them to get the ball back and get another crack at it. They're trying to get in field goal range, and what a 4th down stop to all but end this game.
Ready, ready.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Strike. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Let's go.
Now, a running play. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Now a 2nd timeout called by the defense. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. On the give, this is their fullback. Trying to use that big body to go forward. Going to get to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that.
It's a gain of a yard.
Now this defense will use a 3rd and final timeout. We'll talk things over before 3rd down.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
We're trying to pick this up with the jet sweep. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Looking to create a little spark here on 3rd down. They go to the jet sweep. It can tend to be a little bit of an all-or-nothing type play, and when the defense sniffs it out, you make yourself susceptible to a loss, just like we saw here.
This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Here comes a return from the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Mounties offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Rolling right. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. Back to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Here we go. This is 4th down. And that's going to be intercepted. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. Game they really did struggle in. Look like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.